Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Twin Ovals in Kingston, Tasmania for a massive clash in terms of the finals in TSL footy. It is the Tigers at home to Clarence. Should be a cracking contest, this one, with huge ramifications as far as the top four goes. Clarence just in there at the moment, 4 points ahead of the Tigers, who sit outside. I'm Brent Costello, great to be with you for this cracking contest this afternoon. As we see there, Sam Rice winning the toss and kicking to the right of screen. Joining me this afternoon in commentary for the first time in TSL footy is Andrew Cooling. Good afternoon, Drewy. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, Brent. And great to be here for this massive game. As you say, the ramifications significant. The Tigers, well, they've got to win, or it's pretty much season over for them. Their percentage well down on Clarence's, so they're not going to be able to make up 2 games and that much percentage in the final 2 rounds. It's do or die for them. Clarence, they can just about secure that top 4 spot with a victory today. Not quite lock it away, but it would just about put them into the finals. 1 foot in there, but really the stakes are high for the Tigers today. They've really come from the clouds. Weren't looking like a finals team until about a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
Picked up two wins in that quick turnaround off the short week, and suddenly they've vaulted into calculations.
Yeah, they certainly have. Clarence has also been in good form, had a host of players out last week, but still managed to get within striking distance of the reigning premiers, North Launceston, so they are going very, very nicely indeed as well. That's why this game will be such a cracker this afternoon. Forget about what is on the line. These two teams just in really good form, so I can't wait to see who comes out on top. We do have a late change this afternoon, and a big one, a big loss for the Tigers there. Ruckman Marcus Gardner goes out of the side. He's been replaced by Max College, so that's a huge loss for the Tigers. Drew?
Yeah, massive. 7th in the league for contested marks, which is a pretty impressive stat for a ruckman. Shows the impact he has around the ground, intercepting and kind of putting that wall up around the ground. So they're going to lose his impact. Someone else is going to have to stand up. I suppose they'll be buoyed by the fact last time these teams met, it was a victory for them. They won by 15 points that day. A pretty even game statistically, but 12 goals, 5, kicked 9 goals in the first half and jumped them. So look for Clarence to start a little faster this time around.
Looking forward to seeing Noah Holmes in action this afternoon. Played school footy last weekend and dominated that. He's taken the TSL by storm. It's the first game too, speaking to the coach Jeremy Webberley during the week, that they've got their full forward line available really, that you'll see the 2 green boys, Josh and Sam, of course, Chris Nield and Noah Holmes. So how that's going to work, he wasn't quite sure, but exciting nonetheless. Yeah,
well, I mentioned 7th in the league for contested marks for the laid out, but Noah Holmes leading the league at such a young age. That's an incredible feat for a young key forward prospect to be doing that. He's a really exciting talent. He's going to be key to the Roos' hopes today, and really looking forward to seeing what he can do, and amongst a host of players. 6 changes into this Clarence team, which, given how closely they pushed the reigning premiers last week, you'd have to say bodes quite well for them. Good to see Mackenzie Willis out there as we zoom in on the Tigers here. Bit of an injury scare last start against Glenorchy, but came back on and ran out the game. Just an issue with his shoulder or neck. So he's out there. The ball magnet, Kieran Lovell's out there as well, has torn this comp to shreds all season. It'll be right up there as far as the Lynch medal goes with the voting. So plenty of stars out there for the Tigers as well. Yeah, just a lazy 40 touches for Kieran Lovell last week. He's in pretty fierce form. He's going to be someone that Clarence are going to need to lock down on. Such a key part of this engine room for the Tigers. And if he gets off the chain, he can be a match winner. He's leading the league in, you name it, midfield stats, inside 50s, disposals, clearances. He is in red-hot form, Kieran Lovell, and looking forward to seeing what he can do this afternoon. It's also a significant game today. It's the Revolt Godomsky Shield, which of course supports Maddie's vision. So a really good cause that obviously both teams have a strong affiliation to as well. Yeah, obviously we'll just add a little bit extra to this occasion. Obviously a really great initiative from these 2 clubs, and just adds that little bit of extra as if the finals incentive wasn't enough. So a real special occasion and a massive game, and a perfect day for it. Sun shining down here at Kingston. Looking forward to this one as we're just about to get underway. The players heading to their positions. What's your tip before this one, Brent? Oh, yeah, it's a hard one. I'll tell you what, I'm sure the Tigers would like to be playing this on the road. Every one of their wins has been on the road this year, so the home ground here at the Twin Ovals hasn't suited them as much as they would like. But saying that, it might be the day they turn it round. Despite Clarence being in pretty good form, I reckon the Tigers might win a close one today. Yeah, I'll stick with Clarence. It's going to be an interesting one. Kingborough, a really good outside team. Clarence probably will shade the inside. contested match. I'll take Clarence. I think if they can keep it clean, minimise the turnovers, they'll get the job done. But this is going to be an absolute cracker. It is the Tigers playing for their season.
Yeah, they certainly are. Some other big games around the state as well. The grand final rematch on at UTAS Stadium this afternoon, with Lauderdale travelling up there to take on North Launceston. And, of course, Lonnie is at home to North Hobart. The umpire holds the ball aloft. Here is Andrew Cooling on Saturday afternoon TSL.
We're underway. The rucks go on. No decisive hit, but Ethan Jackson first to it. Immediately wrapped up by Campbell. Tries for holding the ball. Eventually works its way out there. And clear and kick forward by that man Lovell. The first of what you suspect. Manny, dropping the chest mark there. That's one that got away from him. Hits the deck. Picked up by Burrows Cheng. Good forward pressure here from the Lions, but they're going to get their way. Oh, that's a dicey kick. Clarence need to be a bit cleaner than that. The snap shot there coming from Watt. Top of the square, the big men fly. And eventually cleared away by the Roos. Well, that's a nice piece of aerial work. Slightly in the back, but we'll get away with it. And a ball up on the 50.
Saw that man lead out to take the mark there near the top of the square. It was Tyler Carter, who's been in magnificent form for the Tigers this year really. Jag 3 last week against Glenorchy, as we see Marcus Davies dive onto the footy there, pushing the back. So that'll be a Tigers free kick. So Marcus Davies, that was against Ollie Davis, of course, a draft prospect this year for Tasmania, as Davies drives it long inside 50. Kick off the ground, I think, was from Webberley. Webberley there with the footy. Gets the ball off to Wiley, who's been in great form this year as well for the Roos. Nice crowd in here at the Twin Ovals this afternoon as Swinton just flirts with the boundary there. It rolls over for a boundary throw-in.
Out on the full, in fact, so maybe the wind just taking a hold of that one a little bit. It'll be the Tigers looking to launch this one towards half forward. Long, searching ball. Flies over all of them, so the wind clearly a factor, and this is going to elude everyone and just roll on out of play. So it looks like the tree's blowing a bit there. Going to be a tough day for both teams trying to use the football, I'd suggest.
Yeah, when it blows at the Twin Ovals, we know that, so it's certainly going to be a factor this afternoon, that's for sure. So you wait the ball in. You see Tyler Carter in the ruck here, with obviously Gardner out for the Tigers this afternoon up against Ryan Bailey, of course. Here's Lovell. Little snap from the little superstar. He's got the job done. And a nice start for the Tigers here at the Twins.
Yeah, dream start for the hosts. And it's their talisman, Lovell. He is red hot right now, and he gets this game off and running. Picks up right where he left off last week. And Clarence, well, they concede the early goal. The Tigers have done all the attacking in the opening couple of minutes, and they put it on the scoreboard. That was the tale of the tape last time these two teams met. It was an efficient Tigers team, which it's not something you've been able to say about this team all year, really. They've been a little bit wasteful at times, but converting there early and putting it on the scoreboard, which is important.
Got to remember the last time these two teams met as well was down at Richmond Oval at the start of the year, and it was all the Tigers that day. They were dominant. So the two rucks go at it. Quick kick out from Bailey. First Clarence attack of the afternoon. Swinton spots a target, and Josh Green, and the former Essendon and Brisbane Lion player, will go back and have a shot on goal. Slight angle, probably 20 metres out.
Yeah, one he should be kicking here. His bread and butter, Josh Green. Hasn't quite hit the heights we might have expected of him this season, but he did kick 3 goals the last time the two teams met, so perhaps we'll enjoy this matchup and a chance to get a confidence booster early on here as Empire just sets him back on his line. So a chance for the immediate response here for the Roos from Josh Green. And he strides on in. Let's fly from 40 out, and it's straight through the middle, and they immediately hit back. Josh Green answers the Lovell goal.
Well, that's what he does. He's dangerous up there, we know that, so they're going to have to keep a close eye. In fact, that we spoke about Clarence's dangerous forward line at the top of the broadcast this afternoon. They've got a huge amount to worry about down there, the Tigers defenders. Saw Chris Neal get off the chain last week. And Green's obviously had an impact already. Sam Green's up there. So Noah Holmes we spoke about pre-game as well. So plenty of headaches there for the Tigers defence. So a little windy here at the Twin Ovals as we restart in the middle. Bailey, not first use. Mackenzie Willis, and kicked off the ground there by Cooper Sorty, but the ball's interrupted and it's heading forward for the Roos again. They go inside 50. Nice mark out in front from Sam Green. Trying to find an option, and that's gone straight to the man of the mark. Elijah Reardon gets the footy, gets it off to Lovell. First goal kicker of the afternoon. Tigers work it forward once more. Bouncing on the paint of 50, Lockie Watt, the milestone man last week. Tyler Carter gets it over the top to Burrows Cheng, and he has missed. So a little let off there for Clarence. The Tigers have their first behind of the afternoon.
Costly missed that one. 20 metres out directly in front. Needs to be taking those chances. He's a lively type, Burrows Cheng, but he'd like to have that one back. Really good speed of ball movement there from the Tigers, though. Flew off half back, 2 kicks, and they were deep inside 50. That'll be a good sign, as gathering this one is Cooper Sorty, but he's just scored it over the line by Kieran Howlett. Had a good game last week for the Roos. So the throw in and a chance again perhaps for Bailey to exert his dominance up against Sorty, the number 2 ruck, and a free kick's been spotted here off the ball. And it's going the way of Clarence, and looks like it's going to go to Brady Jones.
Yes, the former state cricketer, of course. He pumps it up the line. Brady Jones goes to the wing. Nice mark from Elijah Reardon. Umpire will pay that. The aerial specialist, this man, took an absolute screamer at this venue at the start of the season. Front page of the paper. Goes inside 50 again. Oh, nice try for the one-handed grab there by Clarence. I think it was James Holmes. Umpire will ball it up. Not too far from the Tigers' goal. 1-1-7, plays 1 straight 6. We've gone almost 7 minutes in this opening quarter. Up it goes. It's Carter and Bailey in the ruck. Jones got the quick handball out. James Holmes gets it off to his coach, Jeremy Webberley. Goes to the wing. Ball just fell a little too short of Green, I think it was. Ethan Jackson. Now Mackenzie Willis with the turnover. Look how silky smooth he is. Ball spills to ground. Umpire might pick a free kick out here, and has.
In the back.
Going the Tigers' way, so they'll get their chance to go back and have a shot on goal for their second of the afternoon, and it's Bessel that will take the kick. Alex Bessel.
It's just the 2 games for Bessel this year. It's been the last 2 starts for Kingborough, so a chance for him to leave his mark on this one. It was either going to be holding the ball or in the back, and the umpire opting for the latter. So Bessel will take a shot from 45 out. He's got the distance comfortably enough, but it didn't have the line and just drifts wide for their second behind. And the wind would seem to be at the Tigers' back here, judging by that kick.
Yeah, it seems that way, Drewy. Absolutely. So they bring it back in now, the Roos. Nice fly from behind. Mark not paid in the end. It was Griggs that flew for it. And now Wade Wall off to Josh Green. He's got the whole wing to himself here at the Twin Ovals. Handballs over the top. Now Sam Green gets it back to Josh Green, and now the Roos are going nicely here. Swinton drives it in long. Ball still bouncing in favour of the Tigers, and they work it out, but nice tackle at the last minute. It's still going to work favourably for the Tigers. No, they're held up. And it was Burrows Cheng that was brought to ground. Will have a ball up.
Good strong tackle from Keegan Wiley there, wrapping him up and just stopping a counter-attacking opportunity. Both teams looking to move the ball with speed early in this one. Didn't really favour either ruckman. Brady Jones dumped. Handball out wide. Forcing backwards. Good pressure there from Marcus Davies, but the Roos will come forward via their young gun, Davis. He sets it up. It's going to be paid the way of the Tigers, and they'll take it quickly now. Burrows Cheng swinging it out towards a vacant wing. Says go chase it. Some real purchase on that one though. Picked up by Webberley. He goes across to Howlett. Chipping a ball forwards and spying the link-up man Swinton. That's his 3rd mark already. And he's heading inside 50 once again, and it's a good kick that finds Neild. So Swinton really impressing in the opening moments as that hit up half forward. Real connector for this Clarence side. And he's going to have a shy into the wind. He punches this one to the top of the square, just holds up, but it's marked. And this will be a certain goal coming up for the Roos.
They're all great mark. And you're right, Drew. Can't miss this one. So we'll see Noah Holmes. He started on this ground last week in the school footy game. Kick 5. Will wander in now and get his first of the afternoon. He's hard to miss, the big man, and it goes through nicely. So Clarence has their second of the day. They take a 4-point lead here at the Twin Ovals.
Yeah, Noah Holmes said earlier leads the league in contested marks, and just add another one there. Real strong presence at the top of the goal square. Must be nice as a half forward or a midfielder to look up and just see that towering presence as a real focal point.
Absolutely. He's a gun of the competition. Brother of James, of course, who's playing down back today for Clarence. Played up forward a couple of weeks ago, James, and jagged a few goals, and said the coach got sick of him asking about it, so he gave him his chance and took it with both hands. So we restart in the middle here.
Up against College.
Yeah, well, College, the man in this afternoon, as Lovell was brought to ground, he might get the free kick. He does. And laid in for Marcus Gardner this afternoon, Max College. So Lovell in the ground, he's owned all year. Works it long. A lot of Clarence defenders back there. Burrows Cheng got the handball over the top. This one might be off the ground. It is. And a nice goal to Luke Graham.
Yeah, lovely work there from Graham. Clarence seemingly had the numbers. They had about 5 defenders around there. Somehow spilled out the back of them. And the Tigers were waiting to pounce through Graham. He puts it through. He's a crafty small forward. It's his 10th goal of the season. He's the second highest goal kicker on their team behind the dangerous Tyler Carter. A real 1-2 punch in the forward line, the big-small combination. And when it hits the deck, he's a real threat, Luke Graham.
He is indeed. So entertaining contest so far, this one. 4 goals kicked so far for the game. Gone almost 12 minutes.
Good flow to it, hasn't it? It's been really end-to-end. Both teams looking to take the game on an attack. That's what you like to see. It's thrown up in the middle once again. Can anyone get the decisive break? Trying to get it forward was College. Only so far as Gardner. We'll swing it down with the handball. Tied up there. This could be holding the ball. The umpire will just opt to throw it up instead. On centre wing.
So we said nice crowd in here. Of course, the limit increased yesterday, so a crowd of 1,000 can go to the TSL next weekend, which is great news as we see Elijah Reardon take a nice grab. Trying to find an option quickly, and does on the wing. Mark taken by Zach Adams, who's been in good form. Got himself injured last week, but no signs of that today. And this man too, speaking of good form, Will Campbell, gets the handball off quickly to Reardon. Dodges Holmes and goes long in the end. Pack forms. Spills it out the back, Carter. And it lands in the hands of Darcy Gardner, who works it up to his coach, Jeremy Whibley. But no, it is going the Tigers' way. So a chance to work it inside 50 again. They waste no time in doing so. Players fly everywhere. Chance for a shot on goal for the Tigers, and that is just offline to the right for a minor score.
Did well to get that kick away so quickly, and wasn't far away from finding the Tigers' third of the afternoon. Clarence will go quickly here through Keegan Wiley. 21 disposals for him last week, 10 rebound 50s. A pretty impressive game. Such a key to the way they like to play out from the back with his long raking kicks. And they're on here, Clarence, as they storm through the middle. Darcy Gardner in the middle of the park. Goes back to go forwards, and then it's chipped up towards half forward. Josh Green the target. Spoiling from behind was the captain, Rice. And the Tigers should be able to take it away here. Burrows Cheng. Dicey handball that. Invited pressure. Redeems himself with a good tackle, and it's in dispute once again. Burgess is wrapped up and dumped. And there'll be a ball up at half forward. The pressure on. You don't have too long to get rid of the football here at the moment. Both teams showing good tackling intent. As the ball worked forward, trying to find his way through was Jackson. Took a couple on. Surely that's holding the football. And it is just a little ambitious there. It was Ethan Jackson.
Yep, just tried to do a little too much on that occasion as Reardon's kick. Little bouncing one in the end to Watt, who goes sideways. Picked up now by Griggs, who goes to half forward. No one there to take the mark. Ball bounces out the back. And now little ground grubber kick from Jace Bailey. And the Roos are out again. Got some time now. They put the kick up high and mark taken right on the wing. Almost gone 15 minutes in this opening term. Plenty on the line, as we said off the top of the broadcast today. Clarence win. They almost lock in that final spot. The Tigers need to win to stay alive after an impressive run of wins. And Ping there holding the footy. Of course, they're playing, as we said too, for the Gadomski Revolt Trophy. Really good cause. Matty's vision.
Griggs will swing them forward. Flies out the back. You want to pick it up. The Roos will try and take it away. Holmes just opting for the safety of the boundary line. Probably the wise option, even the Tigers players in close proximity to him there. And they'll set up for another ruck contest. Tyler Carter once again contesting in the forward line up against Big Bailey, and Carter wins this one down. Picking it up is Campbell. Bit off a bit more than he could chew there. Campbell, he's wrapped up and he's gone as well. So the tackling pressure from both sides has been a feature of this first quarter. And another holding the ball decision will go the way of the Roos.
Yeah, Will. Ryan Bailey off to Jeremy Webberley. Former Richmond player, of course, the coach. A nice mark out the back there to Donnelly. Now it's with the Tigers again. Bessel centres the footy to the skipper, Sam Rice. Handball's off to Davies. Davies tries to find a target at half forward. They work it, and that's gone out of bounds. Was it touched beforehand? Looks like it was. I have a boundary throw in. Said good crowd in here. Beautiful day in Hobart. A little bit of wind about, as we said earlier. But those that are here are witnessing an exciting contest so far. 15 plays 12. So we approach quarter time. Out the back's Bailey. Nice little handball out quickly. Wiley was interrupted with his kick. That puts them under pressure now. Here's Lovell again. Can he get his second of the afternoon? It's just offline. Minor score.
Just letting him off the hook a little bit at the moment, the Tigers. They missed a couple they should have taken. They feel they should probably have a little bit more of a lead than the 4 points they currently hold. With the wind slightly at their backs, we'll see if they're made to rue that. It's 12 goals, 5 they kicked last time the two teams met, but this time their accuracy eluding them as this one's picked up by Cooper Sorty. They'll work it forward with a tumbling ball just over the top there of Bilson. Is that a free kick to Watt? That's surely a high tackle, and it will be. Not happy with it is Harper, but has to be, and some remonstration afterwards makes this an absolute Monty.
Well, it's that man Tyler Carter, who he said has been in outstanding form for the Tigers this year, provided a real target up forward, and this one just goes through as easy as you like, and that creates a nice little buffer. On the eve of quarter time, the Tigers move out to 3-4 to Clarence 2 straight.
Yeah, it's a real lack of discipline there to give away the 50. It wasn't going to be an easy shot for him in that pocket. It's been one area Clarence have struggled a little with this year. I think they're worst in the league for free kick differential, so that's not going to impress the coach Webberley out there too much.
No, he won't be happy with that, Jez Webberley. No doubt about that. Tigers have proven to be a real bogey team for Clarence too in recent times. We spoke about that with Jeremy Webberley during the week. They just haven't been able to get the wood open. I think they might have won here last year, but the record certainly has been in favour of the Tigers in their last few meetings as they work it forward again here. The black and the gold. Clarence, though, try and do their best work as Burrows Cheng puts it inside 50. Mackenzie Willis is lurking. So dangerous, we know that. Tyler Carter again. Didn't have the footy there. Was disposed of by Bailey. Dangerous little spot here for the Clarence defence. The kick is away and they might be out of danger here just for the moment. Clarence. And we'll have a ball in, though.
Oh.
Free kick.
He's pinned Keegan Wiley there.
He's gone. So the Tigers will get a chance to have another forward entry here. As we count down to quarter time, fly from Willis Here's Lovell, couldn't get it into his control. Shouts of holding the footy. Players dive on it. Can't get it out. We'll have a ball up.
Yeah, the pressure building. Good forward pressure tackling from the Tigers, trying to lock it in. They dearly love another before quarter time. They've been on top in this first quarter. Can they get some real reward on the scoreboard? There's a chance for Campbell. Campbell's out to Watt. His kick was smothered. Campbell again goes. Burrows Cheng in there. Now Lovell. Handball backwards. The Roos doing a good job just forcing him back, but a little ball from McCulloch. Finds a man all on his own in the pocket. That was Dygan. Still they scrap away, but Clarence hold on, and they should be able to clear the area now. As they work it up the line, can they... Oh, that's just got it away in time. Real dicey stuff. The pressure frenetic here at the moment from the Tigers, but Clarence have done really well to work their way through. Good intercepting mark taken by Lockie Griggs, and he turns and goes. Fumbled it though. Crucial moment. Elijah Reardon has been prominent off half back, and he just unleashes the barrel, if you don't mind. Elijah Reardon, and marked by the big fella Carter in the forward pocket. Well, that's one way to do it, Brent.
Absolutely. How exciting is he when he's up and going, Elijah Reardon? And now this kick, important one too for Carter. Will give him a very, very handy buffer. We know they've probably got the wind here in the first quarter, the Tigers. What's he got for us, Tyler Carter? He works it pretty well, but just offline for a minus score. But, gee, that was an exciting piece of play, Drew.
Yeah, Elijah Reardon, you just got to love watching this man play. He takes the game on. He's a high flyer. He's an excitement machine. And he's having a pretty handy game so far in this first quarter. As Keegan Wiley drives this one. Flying high with Sam Green. The ruckman Bailey over the top. Again, the Tigers looking to win the ball back on halfway. Just putting up a bit of a wall, but Clarence managed to find their way through on this occasion. Searching ball down the line. Just stayed in, and it'll be a throw in half forward for the Roos. As we tick towards quarter time, can't be too long left in this first quarter as we almost reach 22-minute mark.
Yeah, it wouldn't be long left in these shorter quarters in 2020, of course. Interesting to see what the TSL does with that next year. If the AFL go back to the longer quarters, does the TSL stay with the shorter quarters? I know some of the coaches